Hey, welcome to Friday. We made it. I'm so thrilled. I'm so, and I just realized as I was going live here, I thought, you know what? I'm flying solo, so there's no guest, there's no co-host, there's no one with which to test the audio with. So I trust, barring a plethora of messages in the chat saying we can't hear you, I'm gonna assume all is well. So I see it's already active over there. Mary, I'm glad you survived your trips to Lowe's and Ace Hardware. Kara checking in. Jeffy, apologist, able to tell time again. That's good to know. No, it's not your fault. I'm sorry that the rest of the nation messes with the clocks twice a year. Arizona is wise. Let's see. Audio good. Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Mary, Julie, everybody confirming. I love it. Thank you so much for making time here and hanging out with us today. I say us with me, flying solo today. Let's see. Rebecca's got baby things. Kelly's got kid things, and Brad's got community service. So it's just going to be me. But maybe next week. You never know. One of these days, lightning will strike again, and all four of us will be here at the same time. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me put this bat. I will break something with this bat. I'll get over demonstrative, and something will break if I don't. There we go. Hold on a second. Hang on. I'm just checking here. I got my sample ballot because we vote coming up here in Texas, local elections, May 2nd. Okay, so I just wanted to. I apologize for not looking at that before. That's right, May 2nd. All right, so got my sample ballot ready to go. Okay, so let's see here. I've got what you can't really see. Hell, I don't care. I'll show you right here. What I got right there is here's all the show prep. Seeing all that right there? There it is. So we'll see if we get to it all. We'll see if I can read my handwriting. Did you get a glimpse of that? Nope. So today, in the past, before I did these, is the camera crooked? Boy, I am a professional. I used to do the drinks with Keith, where I'd sit on the back patio, or I'd go to the nicest room in the house. We call it the front room, and just hang out there, and we just shoot the breeze. Just a couple of stories from the day, and I would do a simultaneous audio space, which I've got ready to go. If we might get to that point, and in which case you can chime in about any topic going on, any question you have. So we might get to that. We'll see where we go. Thanks as always to Hero West for making sure that the show appears where it should appear, and the awesome thumbnails and all the stuff that he does. What do they call it? Like keywords, searchable words, all that stuff. I mean, he does it all. So thank you, Wes. I appreciate you. At Second Floor Dallas, follow him on X. And I just mentioned Gabby. She's at Jeffy Apologist on X, and she runs the Instagram page, which is at the Mike Show. I apologize. Just allow me to do 700 things here at the same time. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'm simply just checking some things here. All right, I think we're good. Okay, just making sure. There are some things that I definitely want to go over with you today, and I'll make sure to do that. And some of them are a little weighty. I tried to keep. Look, it's Friday, and it's 2026. You don't need, and it's been well. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yesterday we talked about the history of the income tax. If you missed that, you got to get over to West. Speaking of, does such a great job over there. You got to go over to. Oh wait, hold on. Let me refresh this. Oh no, I see what happened here. Wes, we don't need a income tax history on the happy hour. That should be over here. See, we did the vaccine show, so we need to move the happy hour. We need to move that history of the income tax over to the deep dive section there, and then this will magically appear here later today. But that was a very enlightening conversation there with Phil Magnus on the history of the income tax. And last week, like I said, we talked about childhood vaccines. And the FBI stuff with Steve Friend last week. Stu was here on Wednesday. So, and we tried to keep it kind of light, right? It was some sports stuff. So my point is, it's been a little heavy around here lately. And that's not lost on me. So that's why we're hopefully I don't have any animal videos. I have an animal. I have a cute animal picture to show you. Oh my gosh, Malinak with the banners that are. It's taking me longer and longer and longer. I don't know why I cannot remember to turn the damn banner off when we get started here every day. All right, so I ran across this video this morning. I don't know, 2 a.m., something like that. This popped up here. And I thought, that is awesome. This guy, he made this video on a loop. Perhaps you've already seen it. It's already starting to hit up in the algorithm, I think. And I think it's one of the most well done edited videos ever. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. This guy did such a great job. Have you seen this? All right, I think you need some audio here. Okay, so I want you to set this up. This guy invented, whoever wrote this guy invented an infinite loop. And people can't stop watching. First of all, don't tell me how to think and how to act. Okay, I think you will like this. I liked it. Don't say people can't stop watching. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's just pet peeve. What the hell? Awesome. Let's go find out who that was. Wait, that's him again. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Wait, what the hell? Wait, what? What? People can't stop watching. Wait, what the hell? Wait, did the video start up and we just don't even realize it? It started up again. It's genius. This is genius, y'all. People can't stop watching. See? They were right. I mean, that's well done. I mean, mad props to that guy. What was his handle? If you want to follow him, Rich Cambridge, Park City, Utah. Rich Cambridge, Park City, Utah. That's really good stuff. That's good. It's good, right? I mean, you couldn't stop watching it, right? So they were right on the caption. Sorry. What time is it? 9 after, already starting. Yeah, I got this. Says Sailor Jerry, 46% alcohol. That's what we're going to start with. Okay. I don't know. 92 proof. Okay, man. It's going to be a long day. Sailor Jerry, come on down to the Grimace glass. You're the first contestant up on the Price is Wrong, bitch. Hang on. Hey, I made it. Yeah. 1 for 1. You just have to take my word for it. I need a garbage can cam. Hold on. Let me think for a second. I need that guy, Rich Cambridge. Help me out here. So, do I have another camera? I only have the one camera. So I'd have to buy another camera. I guess wire it up and just put it over there. I got to clean up first. This is a disgrace. I know I talk about it all the time, but I mean, it's seriously, I'm embarrassed for myself. Yeah. Let me just see here. Just want to make sure I don't forget anything. See, I got time. I mean, right? You got time? Yeah, maybe. Sure. You want to hang out here? So make sure I don't miss anything, you know? And it's not that. It's not that I'm inspecting the paper to make sure I don't miss anything. I'm inspecting the paper because I'm trying to read my handwriting. Is the thing. Okay, so we have Yellowstone to worry about again, I guess. You'll see that? I don't know how much we're going to trust Chinese scientists. I feel like if there's any nation that really wants to sow fear in America, it would be China. And okay, hold on. Let me give a shout out to the New York Post, which I need to figure something out here. When I close this tab, see what's happening as I've been sitting here getting ready today. I've had this tab open at NewYorkPost.com, and I think that's why little pop-ups keep popping up in the corner. and they block important buttons that I need to bring you this show. And when I close that damn tab, the pop-ups better stop. But what I wanted to give kudos to, not for the pop-ups, but New York Post, because they do such a good job of putting all these headlines up here, right? Like, I love Anna Kendrick. And so when I see a story like that, I'm like, oh, but I want to leave this tab open here for the Yellowstone, volcano. But what's going on here? Katy Perry, what's going on here? Grabbing her chest. All right, we'll have to click that link. Wait, what's this? Evil abuser tattooed his name 250 times across girlfriend's face. Like, is she a deep sleeper? Like, I need to know that story too. And so at least they leave them up. It's annoying because it blocks out a lot of the screen, but at least I don't forget about them. I come back to it until I close the tab, so I don't get the pop-ups. See, look, they're defeating their. Let's see, Coachella guest dubbed most beautiful girl alive on social. No, okay. Snapchat CEO's tasteless Coachella. Wait, is it Coachella time again? I don't know. Anyway, so I guess they're saying that the liquid magma that we were so worried about with the super volcano underneath Yellowstone, they're saying that it's closer to the surface than they thought. And so I read this story, and you guys know how big of a deal it is for me to read a story from start to finish. Sorry. Sailor Jerry is calling. Hang on. So, well, that's a bit harsh. Shout out to Sailor Jerry. Okay. Nowhere in the story that I bothered reading for you because I care. Nowhere did I see the distance that they're so worried about that Chinese scientists are like, yeah, you guys are all going to die and whatnot. Like, even if it was on one of these artist renderings, put a mile or half a mile or whatever. Like, give me something to work with here. It could have been I just missed it. No, I'm just looking here. Oh, they did say that, okay, just close your ears, young earthers, okay? Around 725,000 years between events there. And we still have 100,000 years more to go. So I don't know about you, but I'm not good at math, but I don't think in 100,000 years I'm going to be around still. Anyway, so where's the other picture I want to show you there? Yeah, so I mean, if you can understand all this, I guess when these arrows go this way, and then these arrows go that way, and that arrow goes that way, that's like really bad. It's bad. And then up here is the upper crust, if you will. Yeah, it looks like hell. Looks like it's a half an inch below the surface, so we're screwed. But I want to find this other tab to show you. Somebody did, and I don't know how accurate this is. I've seen maps like this, and in the course of trying to find a map for you to enjoy, a complete total devastation and destruction map. While I was looking for that, I ran across this animation. I don't know how accurate this is, but find where you are on the map. If you're not in the United States, well, you don't matter to us because we're America. But no, somewhere on here, I want you to find out, and then down here you've got the what you call it, the key, hell, I don't know. I took half a sip of Sailor Jerry. It's not that bad yet. This is just normal incoherent Keith. This isn't under the influence Keith. All right, so watch this. Here we go. If the super volcano goes, all right, there it is, right there's Yellowstone. Okay. Oh, hell, no, because the eruption center. So you're done there. Ash burial zone. I mean, that's down past Denver. Now we're in the something classic fallout. That doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good. I'm in Dallas. I'm in the shockwaves. I don't know if that just means like we can say, we went to the super volcano. All we got was this lousy T-shirt. We may be alive, but it wouldn't be fun. Toxic rain up in Alaska and, well, hell, Michigan and Ohio, Indiana. You guys already have toxic rain just on a normal day. And then there, oh, let me get the damn thing off of there. Man, I'm the worst. Survivor zone. There you go. East Coast gonna make it. So that sucks if you stop to think about it. Like, no offense to you if you're in the Northeast or along the Eastern Seaboard, but if there's a people that you're trying to start over with, if you're trying to literally come out of the ashes and rebuild society, You want good, salt of the earth people. You definitely want to make sure that Washington, D.C. and New York City are spared. The survivor zone. So, all right. So I don't know. I guess sometime in the next 100,000 years. So I don't know if you have a 100,000 year calendar, but if you do, you might want to just like maybe in pencil write it in there. I really don't know. I don't have deets for you. But the super volcano apparently closer to the surface than originally thought. So that's fun, right? Just sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here. Oh, look, Born Genius made it. Well, you've got some catching up to do. Yeah, the only good thing about living in New Jersey, yep, Linda is correct, is the avoiding the fallout from the super volcano. Wait a minute, I don't. Mary, where do you live? A freeze warning tomorrow morning on April 18th. Wow, I thought it was going to get chilly here. We got upper 40s coming up Monday morning, I think, Sunday morning here. I don't know. It's got to be Michigan, right, Mary? It's got to be Michigan. Oh, really? Idaho. Oh, I love Idaho so much. You know, that was my professional goal back when I was much, much, much younger, was to live in Boise. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to live in Boise, Idaho, and I've told a story how Carrie and I got bumped on a flight. Anyway, we ended up with $500 each to spend over the course of a year, and I always wanted to go to Boise, so we just made it a long weekend up there, skiing at Bogus Basin, huh? You guys used to have the Boise Tower that you were building, and then it just turned into the Boise Hole in the Ground. And because I kept an eye on that project, I thought that'd be kind of fun to live in the Boise Tower. I love the turf, Boise State University. Um, and then what happened was California discovered Boise. And we went back, we drove through there. We went to a Boise Hawks game, which they won on the last play at the plate. That was awesome. That was 2021. So you find out when they walked it off there in early July 2021, late June. That's the game we were at, Boise Red Hawks, right? Right. Anyway, the traffic was quite intense. It was a lot different 20 years removed from our previous visit. Went to a Idaho Steelheads game. I love that town. But it's on the same path as Colorado. We saw what California did to Colorado. I'm sorry. We have to pause now for a Sailor Jerry moment, if you will. Now, at some point today, and I don't make promises. No offense, I just don't do that. In fact, I've already lost what I'm about to tell you. So I guess here we go. I almost started the show. Again, no promises. I almost started the show as Stanley. But I thought, like, new people, or it may not click like immediately. Like, I'm not sticking around for the, or maybe, you know what? Actually, that was a miscalculation on my part. Yeah. People would probably be more apt to stay tuned for the Stanley show than at the mic with Keith flying solo. Can we just, what time is it? Let's just start over. Let's just start the show over. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. Yeah, that's what I should do. Hang on. Bear with me here. Gotta get old Stanley going here. Yeah. Sailor Jerry not even talking yet. The trajectory is terrifying. Oh, hang on. Let me get that off of there. All right. I don't think that's going to work with the hat, Keith. Sorry. There we go. Okay, y'all, listen. Listen. This is Stanley. I've got the most adorable story about Kitten that I have to share with you today. Have you heard about Elmer? Get it? He fell in glue. Look at that little sweetheart. They named him Elmer. Sweet little kitten face. Look at him. So that's a before and after. I think you're supposed to do left and right. Like I think they did it backwards. I think you're supposed to do before. Well, okay. nitpicky. I apologize. So I'm sorry. This little kitten, he received a life-saving 4-hour makeover. I've undergone a 4-hour makeover before, and let me tell you, I look better than that cat does. Okay, so the poor thing, he fell in a bucket of industrial adhesive glue. Oh my gosh! Sorry, the wig hair was getting in my mouth. Apologize. Okay, so a sweet little thing here. 4 hours. Apparently, he cooperated. He realized his instinct was already like, okay, they're here to help me. This took 4 hours of them massaging canola oil. They tried different stuff. It turned out, oh man, that's me on a Monday morning into Tuesday morning and a Wednesday afternoon and middle of the day on Thursday, Friday night. Yeah, that's just me. That's how I feel all the time. That poor fella. Look at that, Elmer. Apparently, he is doing great. You saw the after picture. I mean, they said he's I forget what the phrasing was, but basically just an extremely sweet little kitty. And apparently always wants to be pet now. I think he's waiting for his next 4-hour visit to the day spa. Oh yeah, there I am. There's 3 a.m. alarm clock, Keith. Yeah, that's yep. Anyway, he's doing great, and people are already lining up to adopt him. He's here in Fort Worth. He's just down the street from me. So no, no. We shouldn't even have 3 dogs. So I don't even want to hear it. I can hear so many of you right now. Yes, I want Elmer pictures on your feed every day. No, that's not happening. So there you go. Elmer, the kitten. What a sweetheart. I'm glad he's doing well. Be kind to animals. Canola oil. Apparently a big favorite of kittens that have fallen into a bucket of industrial adhesive. Oh, you know what? Holy crap. Hold on a second. Hold on. It's like I transform into a redneck when I do it like that. Hold on. I don't have any sunglasses up here. Oh, hell. Oh, come on. Hold on. I'll fix this. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Hang on. I gotta summon my assistant here. Okay. All right. Let me just bear with me here. I sunglasses closet on me. Still. So we'll see if the youngest gets this message, because I got a new character. I need a name. I don't know. Billy Ray. I can feel your judgment. I feel it, y'all. So pull it back. Sorry. Where are my glasses now? Sweet Lord. Oh gosh. Yeah, I had to print up a reminder for this. It's that time of year in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas, Louisiana, anywhere the Confederacy had a foothold. That's a good rule of thumb. It's that time of year where we celebrate fire ant season. It has begun in earnest. A lot of people are like, "That's your front yard? Where the hell do you live, man?" That's under some trees where grass doesn't grow. So, and where grass does grow, you still have the fire ants, and you can see there's actually life trying to poke out there. There's like a little shoot of something saying, "I'm here, I'm here." So I took that picture and then I covered it with snow, like fire ant powder. I tell you, the fire ant brand that I use, and I'm telling you, man, they build up an immunity over a couple of seasons, and you have to switch it out. And then you do a couple of seasons with a different batch of poison. And just about the time that canister runs out, They're getting immunity to it. It's fine because it's time to get another one. But the kind I'm on now is it smells like just complete and total death, like 3 4 day old roadkill. And so you got to make sure that you're not downwind just for a couple reasons. You don't want the poison, flying on you, and also you don't want that smell of death going up your nostrils, and then you have to go and rinse it. It's just a I'm an awkward human. I'm sorry. Let's see. I don't think that the youngest is going to get my message because shame on me, though. This is on me for not having my props at my fingertips. I really did think that I had some sunglasses up here. But again, I've said it before, and it's 100% true. I am the least organized human being on the face of the earth. Like, I'm thorough, but I'm not organized. There used to be a method to my madness. I'm convinced. At least I used to tell myself. Now I don't know to lie to myself like that. That'd be ridiculous because it's not true. I'm just mad. Total, complete madness. Well, if there's a pair of sunglasses up here within reach, I don't see them. And that's really disappointing. You know what? My son just got home. Could you hear the car? Could you hear the garage door? Could you hear all of that? Let me try this. Hang on a second. Let me just copy and paste that text to Zeely. Let me just send it over here to Ezra. But you can hear the garage door open every time, right? Isn't that fun? It's because we're in a soundproof room here. I call it a recording studio, honestly, because it's just like one. It's almost the same thing. Let me catch up on your comments here. I apologize. You like that? Is a good look for a Friday. Thank you. Very secure to me. Yes, very yes. Oh, Jonathan, where are we traveling, bro? You made it through security? Huh. Let's see here. Wow, there's a lot of dog rescuers. Nice job. Joe Dirt, yes. Yes. Oh, hang on a second. I hear people, but I don't see. Do I have sunglasses coming? No. All right. Wow, 7 dogs and a barn cat for Mary. Did I see? I saw 14. 14 dogs. Wow, that's a lot of food right there. That's a budget. That's a budget. DC back to Alabama. Oh boy, Jonathan, I don't even want to ask what you were doing in DC, but how's your soul? Isn't that the question you're supposed to ask? How's your soul? Let's see. Maybe this. So I just wonder if you've lived in the South for more than 5 minutes, you've had a run-in with fire ants, and one of these days we got to open up the maybe today, open up the phone lines, the live space, the audio space, so you can tell us about your fire ant experience. I just so many come to mind. I remember. Hey, thank you. Yeah. Oh wait, we got options. Oh wait, what else you got here? Okay, all right. Anything else? That's good. Thank you. What's that?
I have about 3 more.
Oh wait, what am I doing? Thank you. No, this is good. What's this character's name, Zeely? What do you got? You come up. You can just text me a
Chopped Carl.
Chopped Carl. Okay, hold on. You think is white my? You think white, or are we gonna do yellow? Yellow is so much more bold. Oh, yellow it is. Yeah. All right. Okay. So tell me about your fire ant experience. I know right when we moved here, Zeely, she had a terrible run-in. I remember in middle school, they let us out, and it was like recess or whatever it's called, PE, and I guess earlier that morning, the PE coach had put so you can't even say the word. Is it just me? I want to say like he laid all the balls out, and so when we went out there, I got to the football first. See, this is what sucks when you're fast. I'm not saying it anymore. No. But you get the first geek, first one to lunch, first one to the balls for PE, and I went to pick up the football, and the fire ants it either sat on it or whatever the hell. I guess he just accidentally rolled it into the fire ant hill, but you couldn't see. There was no mound. Anyway, I picked up that football. My freaking hand was just covered in a nanosecond, and that hand was just swollen for days and itchy and oh, growing up in the South. And we've talked about this. So all right, we should do a deep dive. But I don't know how accurate this is. So okay, 1900 banana boat. It lands in New Orleans. There's a good rule of thumb, kids. All terrible things originate in New Orleans. Another show, another conversation. But on this occasion, 1900, a banana boat from Brazil comes in, and it has on it these fire ants. See, look at me. It had open borders forever. And so they hitch a ride on this boat, and then they spread out. And so over the course of 100 years, really, I think the first confirmed case, for just a point of reference, I grew up in Cobb County, Georgia, on the northwest side of Atlanta. And I think 1976 was the first time that fire ants made an appearance in Cobb County. So it took 76 years for the ants to migrate. Just follow me here. Just from New Orleans is how the theory goes. But they did more research in recent years on the colonies. Like they compared the original colonies, I guess, in Brazil and North America, and they're like, this is totally different. I don't think that's where they came from now. I don't know. Like they couldn't, did they update building codes for the fire ants underground? Come on. There you go. So you can blame open borders and New Orleans for fire ants. And there's a map out there floating around, some government map, USDA map or something, that shows how they've crept up into, they don't live very long or something, in I think far north of southern Kansas, maybe southern New Jersey. I don't know how accurate that map is, but it's interesting as they continue to migrate northward. You gotta love fire ants, am I right? What is the hold on a second. What is the scientific name for fire ants? Let's see, sons of a bitch. No, Solenopsis. Genus Solenopsis. That's boring. Also known as the red imported fire ant. So they bottom line is they're imported. They just may not be from. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see what AI says. Fire ants that are in the United States today originated in which country? Okay. Oh, this says, okay, Argentina and Brazil. Yeah, okay, there you go. Solenopsis. I'm going to start calling them Solenopsis. Wait, Solenopsis invicta. So, history of the red imported fire ant. This says 1918 in Mobile, Alabama. I'm sorry, I love Mobile, so we're not gonna be mad at them. Okay, that's interesting. So I've always thought 1900 New Orleans. This says 1918 Mobile. One last, just bear with me. This is a Drinks with Keith. Did fire ants arrive through the port of New Orleans on a banana boat in 1900? If it says no, I've been living a lie. Fire ants did not arrive. Came through Mobile in 1918. Oh, listen to this. Holy crap. Okay, hang on. Let me start over. My life is a lie. Fire ants did not arrive in New Orleans in 1900. I love how the AI, like, it wants to establish dominance immediately in the search results. It's like, no, you're a dumbass. Let me set you straight. They arrived in the United States via the port of Mobile, Alabama, not New Orleans. Got it. You've established that. With the first species, black imported fire ant, arriving around 1918, and the more aggressive red imported fire ant arriving in the late 1930s. They came from South America and shipped ballast or cargo, blah, blah, blah. So the black fire ant, Mobile, the red fire ant, that one doesn't say. I lied. I said one more search. I meant one more. Where did the red fire ant in North America first arrive? It's awkward. It'll know what I mean. While there is some historical debate on the exact year, most scientific governmental records place their arrival between 1933 and 1941. They were accidentally introduced via cargo ships. This one doesn't say what port. Oh, it says red came in through Mobile as well. Oh no. Oh no, I've been giving New Orleans a hard time. You know what, New Orleans, you deserve a hard time. Just on the Saints alone. Falcons fan. Don't hold that against me. Do you guys think we're going to get a bark-free show today? Do you think? Is it too early for me to start feeling confident? We've gone one show. See, I was too lazy to get rid of this S. So I didn't want to keep writing the S, so I realized it's a little odd. One shows. I had my Asian intern do this. One shows without a dog bark. I had to write the They just wrote one shows without dog bark. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me get this. No, hang on. Okay, I can't. What's his name? Was it Redneck Carl? Should we go with Redneck Carl? Redneck Carl. I got to find a story to read as Redneck Carl. But honestly, I need my glasses on because this is. I literally. Oh, that's right. They're sunglasses, Keith. That's why it's. That's why it's dark. Not proud of myself right now. Oh, yes, we have to talk. Oh, that'll work. Okay. All right. I like that. I get there. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Baby Jessica. I guess she has a real name. And it's not even the same name. Like it used to be McClure, right? Baby Jessica McClure. Now her name is it's not McClure anymore. Well, it's something. But and we don't have a lot of details. Some domestic violence charge. Do you remember? Like, yes, I'm that old. It was what was it, 87 or so? When was that? I feel like it was 87. Maybe you have it in front of you, dumbass. Let me look here. Why don't you check your notes, dumbass? Oh yeah, October 16th. Yeah, 1987. 18 months old. Remember that? Everybody remembers that. I mean, I was 11. So, every morning, today's show, give us that update. Where are we at? They had the little artist rendering. I mean, that was every day. And you check in every day to see if we had an update because that little girl, it felt like, I haven't even checked this yet. It felt like weeks. Let me see. How many was it? 58 hours. So, holy crap. It felt like this went on for weeks, man. Like, how is that baby still alive? That baby's going to graduate high school and still be in that pipe. 58 hours? That's not true. This is a Mandela effect moment if I've ever felt one. Come on now. That is not accurate. Who's with me? Somebody in the chat, back me up. Come on. That had to have been more than 58 hours. So at the most, it was only 3 mornings. At the most, what time was she? Because I felt like it was, you know what? I doubt everything. I doubt Fire Ant origination. I doubt Baby Jessica's time underground. I mean, seriously. My world is, you don't realize inside right now, I'm falling apart. I'm doubting everything. I haven't even gotten to the COVID shit yet. Okay, so, but here's the tragedy of this all. I went down a rabbit hole. Good Lord, man, take a sip. I went down a rabbit hole, and I hate myself for doing this. You ever do that? And you're like, oh, Why did I Google that? Damn it. Now I have information I didn't want. Robert O'Donnell was a paramedic who went down there and rescued her. That pipe was what? How wide was that, y'all? It couldn't have been more than a couple feet wide, right? Anybody know? Somebody do my job for me. But if you're not familiar, I got 90% of the people listening like, what is he talking about? So Midland, Texas, there was an abandoned oil well, I believe. And so the pipe went down way down underground. Unfortunately, what printed up here is very minuscule as far as details, but way underground. And this 18-month-old baby fell down there. Her name was Baby Jessica. And the rescuers, they I guess, how'd they get the listening device? Oh, they maybe they lowered a microphone down there. They heard her singing like Winnie the Pooh songs or something. And they're like, oh my gosh, baby Jessica, she's so precious and innocent. She's alive. Who can fit down there? Let's find the smallest guy we can. And so they did. And his name was Robert O'Donnell. And so he shimmied on down there in 1987. He rescued the little baby. And then ended up about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years later, I think it was, killing himself from PTSD. Happy Friday. Yeah, he apparently was really affected by that. And, oh, gosh, I won't even pretend to understand what that man went through. But very tragic, very sad. And then you think the guy went through all that for a alleged domestic abuser. So she grew up to allegedly assault someone. I don't know. I couldn't find details. I don't know if there's not a police report yet, or maybe I just didn't feel like searching any longer than I already had on that. Let's see. Yeah, she's now been arrested. Yep. How was the puppy that said must have been something? Oh no, you gotta wanna. That sounds like Winnie here. Let's see. What am I doing here? Yeah, 58 hours. Yeah. Didn't it? Okay. Anybody else remember that? And it felt like it went on for weeks. That's and remember, that was when the news cycle was so much different. You had your news in the morning, you had your news in the middle of the day that the old folks loved, and then you had your news in the evening. And you waited. You didn't have the internet. You had top of the hour news on your local AM radio station. Shout out to WSB in Atlanta, where I grew up. I swear I was the only. I had. Come on, I had to be the only kid in Metro Atlanta that would just listen to AM talk radio around the clock, and look what it led to. I've already lost the hair. Well, that's a fact. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Can't lose my. I was gonna call it the Stanley wig, but now it's got another persona attached to it. What'd I call him? I don't even know. I've already forgotten the redneck name. Redneck Carl. Is that right? Oh my gosh. Wait, what's happening here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just checking. Just bear with me. There's too much happening. But what I need to do right now is I need to retweet. You can do that if you'd like. You'd like to retweet the stream. Won't hurt my feelings. I'd be grateful. I love that when I see people have retweeted the stream. In fact, you know what? I should start giving away some of these at the mic hats. Yeah, good job, Keith. Way to wait until winter is completely over before you give away these at the mic show winter caps. At the pace that I move, it'll take me till winter to get these in the mail, even if you won today. But I should give an incentive, you see? Like I should say, hey, if you retweet this stream, something, I don't know. What I'd really like is if people would retweet, the podcast links, Apple or Spotify. That would be super helpful. Everything's helpful. What am I saying? Everything's helpful. So I appreciate anything you do to make those that you love and are friendly with aware of this show. And I set it up with that qualifier. just so you know that you will be isolating yourself from that person once you introduce them to this program. So maybe just send it to people you already dislike. That's fine. And I've told y'all, that's a perfect icebreaker. You send them maybe it's an interesting topic and just like, hey, we haven't talked in a while. I happen to see this guy. You don't have to tell them you watch every day because I don't want to embarrass you. Just say, I stumbled on this show and it's pretty interesting about vaccines. Oh, look, history of the income tax. Oh, look, FBI sucks. Definitely don't say you enjoy the show because I don't want to create that wedge. There you make fun of me. Hey, look at this clown. Found this guy. Speaking of clowns, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm so over that. That whole organization sucks. Tommy James and the Shondells. I've made the case. I'm not gonna sit here. We'll do a deep dive on Tommy James and why. In fact, I have his autobiography sitting over here. Maybe I'll just read that to you. I could do what Colonel Roxanne Towner Watkins does with her book club. We could just read the. I'm not that far into it. We could just read his autobiography together. You want me to do that? Maybe that'll be the Monday show. Wes wants me to do a Monday show. Come on. What are we doing? Don't forget, every Tuesday you get a throwback show posted by Wes from interviews I did 6 or so years ago with people on their life stories. Fascinating people. You got Pat Gray. His life story is already over there at atmshow.com. Jeff Fisher, Hillary Kennedy, Chad Prather. I don't know who episode 5 is. Not a clue. I'm surprised when you guys are. Like, seriously, I go, oh, that's cool. That's really fun. I remember that conversation. I'm seriously looking right now. I have no idea who the 5th show was. After the first 3 or 4, I was just learning along with you now. Let's see here. So anyway, on Tuesdays we do the throwback show that he posts. Just some fascinating stuff. I go back and listen to a lot of those, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about that story. That's fun. Well, I can't find the list because what's the theme here, kids? The least organized person I know. Oh, here we go. I'm about to tell you. Coming up on Tuesday at atmshow.com will be episode 5. Which is what is this one? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh, it's Adam Ford. That's Stu's producer. Okay. Yeah, you gotta hear from people that are behind the scenes too. Adam's an awesome guy. He's got some fun stories too. I remember that conversation very well. So that's awesome. Adam Ford will be dropping on Tuesday. And then Wednesday we do the wild card. Thursday is a deep dive. Friday we do whatever the hell this is, usually with friends. And then what was I going to say about Monday? Monday is going to be read a book, story time with Keith. No, it's not. Don't even count on that. But I'm glad that Phil Collins made it in. InXS not getting in was stupid. The fact that Tommy James is not even nominated pisses me off. But InXS, I did print up some stats for them that are particularly troubling as to why they didn't make it in here. I don't understand. 18 songs reached the Billboard Hot 100. We play the music down the line here before we start. And before I say this, let me just check here. Before I say something here. Yep, of course. So I played Touch of Grey during the on deck music to get things started earlier today. Touch of Grey being the only top 10 hit that the Grateful Dead ever had. But yet they were inducted in 1994. Huh. Interesting, huh? Meanwhile, InXS, well, let's see. They had 7 top 10 hits. I had not planned this. This is perfect. Okay, 7 top 10 hits throughout their career. 4 off of the album Kick, if you'll recall that album, although X is better. There, I said it. Let's see. Number 1 hit, Need You Tonight. Oh, I should have done trivia. Should let you guys guess. January 1988. That's about their peak. 88 to 90. Let's see. InXS, 18 songs in the Billboard Hot 100. Obviously, the Australian rock band. I think their original shows, if I remember correctly, were done. You couldn't see them. Now, Michael Hutchence, you're not going to keep him on lockdown for long. The man wants to be seen. But I guess originally they were at bars and stuff, and it was just a big curtain. and so the backlighting and they were inaccessible, and so it's in excess. I didn't name the band. I didn't come up with the sheet gimmick and the shadows. I'm just telling you their story. Highest charting album, Kick, peaked at number 3. X is better. Billboard 200 remained there for 81 weeks. Here are their what did I say? There were 7 top 10 singles. I'm gonna let the class play. I trust you guys not to Google. Let's see if the entire class can come up with all 7. And if you don't like NXS, well, start your own live stream. Top 7. I want to hear what do you think their 7 top 10 songs were? I'm going to be looking at the old feed here. Let's see what you need. I bet that was what you need. Good job there, Crawfisk. You blew your speakers on the guitar. I'm just looking here. I see Kara said "Need You Tonight." That was their number 1 song. Guns in the Sky, not on there. I should probably mark these off, Malinak. Least prepared, least organized. All right, so the class already got "Need You Tonight." We got "What You Need." Oh yeah, Guns in the Sky. Nope. I'm looking here. Let's see here. I do like the Y-Files. I love the Y-Files. I'm a big Hecklefish guy, but AJ is awesome too. Guns in the Sky. Boy, a lot of Guns in the Sky here. Anybody else? A Devil Inside. Yes, we have a winner. We've gotten 3 of the 7 NXS's top 10 hits over the years. We're still missing 4. I'm just scrolling here. Make sure, because the way these things do, y'all, if you're saying them and I miss them, it's because this sucks. That's why. Never Tear Us Apart is, yes, on here. Number 7. Yeah, okay, got to number 7. What else we got? Anybody else want to... I'm not going to recall any titles. Oh, well, Jeffy's still just checking here, making sure here. Just looking. All right, well, I'll give you the rest of these because you'll be kicking yourself here in just a second. Nobody said New Sensation. New Sensation. Disappear. Oh, I loved that song when I was a kid. Holy crap. Okay, and come on, y'all. Suicide Blonde. There we go. There's your 7 top 10. But no, NXS doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. Get out of here with this shit. It makes me angry. Anyway, I remember where I was when I heard that Michael Hutchence had died. I was getting ready to announce I forget which sporting event. But boy, I remember it like it was yesterday. No, it was... I was at the University of Nebraska, and I had to stop by the radio station to gather up the broadcast, the remote equipment to take out to the arena or the stadium, whichever game I was doing, and it came across the in the little newsroom that we had there, the little AP wire thing, and I remember just going, "What the hell?" It's a sad day. Yeah, I love Michael Hutchence, man. I'm sorry, I just do. Let's see here. What else I got for you? Oh. Mary had suggested, Mary Carruthers, who I appreciate. She's usually the first one to chime in. And that's why I knew something was up yesterday. You didn't chime in, Mary. Right when the music started at 2:50 Eastern. I guess you have a life or something, whatever. But you had to run some errands, what have you. But you suggested, and I appreciate it, because I haven't done this in a while. I keep forgetting, actually. Is to kind of do a little book club of books that everybody should read. And Thomas DiLorenzo wrote The Real Lincoln. If only I could get other people to read this book, The Real Lincoln, because there's a lot of good information. A new look at Abraham Lincoln, his agenda in an unnecessary war. And Thomas DiLorenzo is an excellent thinker, especially when it comes to matters around the 10th Amendment, I'll say. How about that? But I did want to take the opportunity to remind y'all, because I realize that not everybody's going to hear every show, every second, every moment that we've done here for the last several years. And if you aren't familiar, I saw a short little interview that Ashton Forbes did back in November of 2023. And I said, I want to talk to that guy. I hadn't done the At the Mic Live Stories podcast. I did that in 2020, 2021. I don't think I did that in 2022. I hadn't been doing anything for a while. And that's why you see, it's so annoying. Two different at the mics. You see the little green one, that's the life stories thing, and then you see the black circle, and that's all this stuff. This schizophrenic potpourri of content on Wednesday, Thursdays. I'm sorry, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Whew. Okay, so long way to the well, Malinak. The point being, I think I had one. Yes, I did a deep dive. I don't know, a couple years ago now, with Razor Fist. Great follow on X. Abraham Lincoln, hero or tyrant. He spent about an hour with us going over the real facts about Abraham Lincoln, not the fairy tale stuff. You learn a lot about executive power and how it was wielded and abused during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln, hero or tyrant. I think that originally was posted. Let's see here if this helps you any. March 21st, 2025. There you go. March 21st, 2025. If you would like to go and find that episode with my guest, Razor Fist. Good stuff. That was a very enlightening show. If you've not heard that, seen that, I hope that you will take the time because he's awesome. Hey, Emmanuel, welcome. I'm trying to figure out all the emojis there. I salute and pray to kings that are named Jesus and yay, Israel, let's clap. That's a lot going on there. Did I get all that? Did I nail that one? Let's see. Yes. So Mary, take a look at that book. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So July 4th, 2023, my last show about Calvin Coolidge. I did, because that's his birthday. I had to say happy birthday to Calvin Coolidge. And then I just kind of let it lie there for a while. And then I started that. I think it was Thanksgiving Eve, 2023. We talked to Ashton Forbes when he was just kind of getting some traction with his MH370 theories. And oh my gosh, that man has self-taught himself. He's taught us while teaching himself. So some very interesting things about it's not just about the plane anymore. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Look at this. The Gare Bear. If anything, ATM is teaching people history is more complicated than what we've been taught or just lied to. The Gare Bear, let's pause for just a second. The Gare Bear has been a guest a couple times. He's going to be a guest coming up in May. And I think we're going to talk about cryptocurrency because I have questions. And I think he has quite a bit of answers in that realm. And so you see how volatile it is. And boy, it's having a good couple of days right now. Woohoo! Glad I didn't freak out. I mean, I freaked out, obviously, when Bitcoin crashed. I'm glad I didn't pull out. Phrasing. Okay, but DeGare Bear makes a good point. And I almost feel like I need a podcast or a day of the week that is just called History is Darker Than You Remember. Because I feel like there's so many shows that we do that it just turns out like, holy crap, that's not what I was taught. Oh no, that's mean. That's bad. I don't like that stuff. It's because I don't want every deep dive to be everything sucks. And in fact, it doesn't. And Dr. Jeremiah Johnston is going to be back here in just a few weeks for part 2 of the Shroud and the evidence of Christ. And I do this every freaking time. I look over here. I don't know why I do that, y'all. What I need to see is over there, but it's not seeable. I got a freaking TV blocking me. It's written in small ink down the hall, around the corner, taped to the wall. I was just looking at it. I should have taken a picture. I was just looking at it before I started today. Try to think here. Hang on. Next week. So next Thursday's deep dive. What did I just say? History is darker than you remember. We got to go over the lies of the Iraq War. Scott Horton is incredible. The knowledge that man has on the war on terror. We should talk about Afghanistan too. Let's do it. Let's do that too. Because it's all big picture, it's all connected. So that's the 23rd. On the 30th is TBD. Got a couple of irons in the fire for that day. Oh yeah. I'm doing all by memory. And I will say that Sailor Jerry, disappointing. Not feeling Sailor Jerry. So let's see what else we got in the old minis. Okay, so May 7th, Jovan Pulitzer, 6 months out from the midterms, going to update us on how's those elections. Are they on lockdown now? Because I'm sure by then the Save America Act will be in full force. It's a comedy show too. That's May, what did I say, 7th? May 14th, Dr. Jeremiah Johnston returns for the Jesus in the Shroud Part 2. I just said to Gare Bear, be May 21st. May 28th might be a Barfley. I don't know. I don't want this one. I don't want Tennessee Fire. No, thank you. Jack Daniels. All right, I'll try it. I don't like anything spicy or hot or whatever. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's one of them Red Hots. That's all that is. It's a liquid Red Hot. But the Gare Bear. Should I do it should Mondays be History Sucks, but not really, or something like that? At the mic. History sucks, but not really. Somebody write that down. I'm going to forget it. I got to take a nap after this. I'm not writing anything down because I keep losing pins. That's the rest of the story. Okay, so I mean, look, I did the oh crap! No, that's a lot of death and destruction. I was about to say the Boston molasses flood. Do I do history stories? Do they all suck? Huh. We don't have all the archives on the website. However, let me do this. Just bear with me here. You know, I'm sorry if it's a little bit cumbersome here, the way I manipulate all the tabs. Let's see. Spotify, at the mic, show. Hang on. I love how all the days are color coded. If you haven't ever caught the explanation for that, the green is for Friday, the blue is for Thursday. There is going to be a test later. Orange now is Wednesday. Yellow is Tuesday. No idea what History Sucks, but not really Monday is going to be. But we'll have to figure that out. Let me see here. Hang on. That was bad planning. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like that at all. That's gross. That's gross. The Fireball Tennessee Jack Daniel stuff. That's gross. Hang on. I got to find view your channel. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to get to the playlists. Hang on. Oh, look at that. I'm live right now, apparently, on YouTube. Huh. Who knew? That's crazy. All right. It's a Friday live stream. What the hell's the deep dive? Okay, here we go. I don't know why I'm hearing all this stuff. Okay, hang on. This is good. This is good entertainment, Keith. You are doing a service to your audience. Here we go. Okay, so we got we did the history of the income tax yesterday. That needs to be added here to the playlist. Childhood vaccines. That was interesting. Yeah. But I mean, it's depressing, right? Let's see. Okay, so that's a good one on Jesus. All right. This one was Barfley. That's all sorts of crazy fun stuff. The Nephilim. All right. So it's kind of dark, but it's not like, it's interesting. It's interesting. Brian Cole Jr., the J6 pipe bomber case. That's depressing as hell. God bless Steve Baker and Joe Hanneman. They're doing incredible work to expose your government and the lies that they tell when others refuse. That was interesting. How your teeth are connected to other parts of your body. We had the dentist on with that. Government incompetence. I mean, that's what day of the week is it? Oh, it's a day ending. It's a day ending in Y. Sailor Jerry. Starting to have an effect. Let's see. You don't owe. Oh gosh, right. where we talk about when the economic collapse comes, we're screwed. There's the Boston molasses flood. This is how public schools are all about the money and kids be damned. Oh, this was that when there was snow here in Dallas. That was crazy. Oh gosh, NFL injuries, the 49ers. Did you see my guest? He had the study about how that power plant substation next to the 49ers practice field was very likely causing a wild amount of soft tissue damage because the 49ers far and away have more injuries. And shout out to Kyle Shanahan, their head coach. Anyway, he was our offensive coordinator for the Falcons back for the Super Bowl. He's been coaching really well, making the right calls ever since February 5th, 2017. I mean, who's counting? Anyway, I'm not bitter. I'm just saying. But he does a great job. I mean, you have to be. If you're the fifth string running back on the 49ers, you better be ready to start because you'll probably be a superstar or you'll probably be the starter in a couple of weeks. There's just so many injuries there. And his theory was great. And so the 49ers like, well, we're going to do a study. Okay, it's fine. Our expert said it's fine. Uh-huh. Okay, liability. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's just depressing, Keith. Talking about death. Costa saying, oh, yeah, this is the guy who got court-martialed. Basically because he refused to take the COVID vax when he was in the military. There's Steve Friend talking about how much the FBI sucks. Yeah, everything sucks. This is the meat allergy from the tick thing. And you know that the ticks were engineered by your government, and that's why we have Lyme disease. It's true. Let's see. Oh, gosh, the Islamic genocide of Nigeria. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, the Saudi Connect. That was the colonel again. That's depressing stuff what the CIA's been doing. And surviving it, we had an MK Ultra victim. This is back to Jovan. Talking about the election. Oh, look at that. The dark side of ghost hunting. Conspiracies, web of terrorism. Boy, these are happy shows, Keith. AI gonna take over the whole thing. Oh, 9/11. Did the terrorists win? Yes. Oh gosh. There's Charlie. We got spying on our representatives, which meh. Okay, the unsolved murder of Adam Walsh. Is he still alive? Roswell, the cover up, the way the government intimidated. We did a two-parter on that. I mean, look at this. Deep state gangsters. This Keith guy, what is he doing to us on Thursdays? Deep dive means depressing as hell dive. That's what it means. Operation Gladio, that's how the CIA and the Vatican and the mafia all work together to rule the world. Look at that. We had the Ludlow massacre where the poor employees the workers were on strike and they got shot up for their trouble. MH370, FBI's double standard. This that was interesting, that story. Patriot Act and what it really a Kurt Cobain conspiracy. This was Steve Dace. If you missed that one, did Jesus really rise? That was a great episode. There's part one of the Witness to Roswell. A Ghost in the Machine. Look, we got to him. Abraham. See how many deep dives we've done since we did the Abraham Lincoln one, and it just goes on. And Keith's just a bad person for bringing you all this stuff. Oh man, what's going on? What's the Vegas Cybertruck thing? I don't like that story. It's all coming together, isn't it? We need to do a deep dive on that. That was fun, what the founding fathers really said. Or is it depressing because we aren't following them anymore? And there you go. I mean, just geoengineered skies. Oh, my goodness. I know there was a weather control in here. Oh, I love the deep dives about Alaska with Ward Clark. He's a fun guy. He's a nice guy. There's another 9/11 theory thing. Yep. My apologies. Yeah, look, the deep dive used to look a little different. Update on MH370. And then we're back. Okay, so there you go. See, we got a lot. You got a whole lot you can catch up on if you've missed anything. Oh, more books? You want more books? How about the real Thomas Jefferson? That's good. As long as we're doing real stuff, there's the real Benjamin Franklin. By the way, Homeschooling's not hard. If you just tell your kids, here, just go read this. I mean, my kids got a quality education. I think I said something. I think it sounded a little different the way I said it. Oh, yeah, Amity Slay's Coolidge. Any cool. Charles C. Johnson's Why Coolidge Matters. I didn't know all these were sitting together. I swear I didn't. Because this whole thing fell the other day. Coolidge, An American Enigma by Robert Sobel. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't read cover to cover every one of these books. I read enough of them to know Calvin Coolidge is awesome. What is this? Oh yeah, this is one of my guests that we just were scrolling through. The Founding Fathers. What did they really say? Matt Clark is an excellent writer. I mean, this is a resource. What did they really say? Don't let people tell you what they said. Know what they said. And that's got some really good stuff there. Okay, what do we got back here? Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're doing 3 olives. Grape. 3 olives, grape flavored. Okay. Hang on. You know, ever since that little mini fridge with the little freezer died and I don't have ice up here, I have to bring ice right at the start of the show, and then it just turns to ice water. And then I gotta pick out like the surviving cubes as best I can. Aren't you glad you tuned in today? I wonder how this translates on the audio podcast. Probably perfectly. All right. Where did I put the top? There we go. One of these days, I'm not going to be able to find it. And I'm going to ask Al, hey, can you rewind the live stream? I really don't know. Can you do that? Somebody tell me where Oh, no. I missed the garbage can. And it kicked into... An archaeologist is going to find that mini bottle, is my point. What else we got? Oh, yeah! So this thing here... Gosh, there's so much stuff. I mean, I just babble. That's all I do. I'm sorry. By the time I get to some of this stuff, it's going to be old. And you'll be like, yeah, I've already heard that 17 times. But no, please give us your hot take, Keith, in August from something that came out in April. Okay, so somebody posted this, and it has easily become my favorite meme ever. In fact, it should just hang on the wall behind me. I'm going to show you because I have it open on a tab here. And I think it'll be more effective than if I try to hold up a damn printed up thing. Here it is. Your masks, your vaccines, your lockdowns. Things you can stick up your ass. Yes. Greatest meme ever right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to screenshot that and post that, we'll wait. We'll wait for you to go ahead and do that. Is that even on the... Oh, hell. Now I gotta... Hang on. Is that going to be on there? Ish. There we go. So, yeah, if you... what was the name? It was the... was it the $64,000 pyramid? It wasn't... I mean, inflation's a bitch. But... used to be a lot of money. So, yeah, if you're not familiar, kids, you couldn't say anything that was in, you couldn't say any of the words that were in the box there. So you had to get them to figure out what you were hinting at. And so your masks, your vaccines, your lockdowns, things you can stick up your ass. Yes, next. Okay, hang on. Get that right there. That needs to be memorialized forever. Right here. Oh, what an era. Am I right? I genuinely hope you have your unvaccinated certificate. I have 2 because F them. I got the one up there and then I got the framed one over here. Because again, I say, your masks, your vaccines, your lockdowns, things you can stick up your ass. So, I hate to do this, but I feel it necessary. And you know what? Oh gosh, hang on a second. Because we can't forget. We can't forget the COVID era. It's going to happen again. And everybody watching right now knows it. They're going to do it again. They're at least going to try it again. Okay. It's a fact. But maybe it's a character flaw, but I don't forgive easily. And especially when it's just, I feel like it's a personal attack and completely unwarranted, So I'm going to play a montage from that COVID era. But the clip that burns me the most from that era did not appear in the montage, and I had just queued it up while I was babbling. It got me blocked by this celebrity, and whatever. And I guess recently, he's now back in the good graces just because Trump likes him. But nope, I can't let it go. And let's just see. I'm going to play this montage from the COVID era. I want you to remember, because I think, and I'm pointing at myself too, I feel like we have forgotten so much of the horrors of that COVID era, and we can't do that, man. We cannot. What do they say? Those that forget history are doomed to repeat it. Yeah. No, those that forget that they were, I almost said something really bad. Those that forget how they treated you and your family and are outright responsible for the deaths of people you love and maybe your own health issues. Not going to forget that. Not going to forget that. But here's a montage that Gravian put together. Let's just remember the messaging during the COVID era. These sons of bitches.
You are the unvaccinated.
You didn't want to get the vax.
You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem. Period. End of story.
The only people that you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
Anyone you came into contact with will blame you, as will the rest of us who have done the right thing by getting vaccinated.
Because frankly, we know that we can't trust the unvaccinated.
I think it's time to get our moral house in order, Anderson. It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
All those vaccinated folks are going to start wearing masks to protect the unvaccinated folks. It's called a Christian value.
Basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
People are not behaving honorably. The unvaccinated are basically saying, well, it's open season for me. I can do whatever I want.
Oh, we did a deep dive on her, by the way.
As well.
The unvaccinated are basically beating their breasts and running around the country saying, we don't care, we're living free, and so forth.
Yeah, who's laughing now, bitch?
But our patience is wearing thin.
The unvaccinated, a group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us are starting to get pissed off.
The vaccinated feel the unvaccinated are making me upset or angry.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
The other day, Howard Stern weighed in with a much different approach. Take a look.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? Their freedom.
You're treading on our freedom and you're making other people sick, and really you're killing other people.
The anti-vaxxers, they seem to have a thing for death and home remedies.
The anti-maskers turned anti-vaxxers are not just putting their own lives at risk. If that was the issue, we could just say that we can watch them compete to win place or show in the Darwin Awards.
We have to start doing things for the greater good of society and not for idiots who think that they can do their own research.
And don't get me started on the lunatics who won't take any of the COVID vaccines.
Life is too short to be an ass. Life is way too short to be ignorant of the promise of something that is helping people worldwide.
Maybe you're doing it because you're disconnected or disorganized. Maybe you have some sympathetic psychological reasons. But maybe you're just being antisocial.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Those who are not vaccinated will end up paying the price.
The unvaccinated should be taxed. They should pay more for health care.
We need to start looking at the choice to remain unvaccinated the same as we look at driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of America.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy.
I'm sorry, I have to pause for just a second. Vaccinated guy who had a heart attack, right this way. The irony is thick.
Pointing back to the unvaccinated who are really creating a problem in this country, every death that we are seeing from COVID could have been prevented.
Literally, the only people dying are the unvaccinated. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know how some of you sleep at night.
Oh, quite well. Well, no, that's not.
You are.
Y'all know that's not true at all. I saw your comment. I think, Kara, was it you who said your blood pressure, you feel it going up? Yep. Me too. Me too. Not because I'm vaccinated, because I sure as hell am not. That's not why my blood pressure is going up. That's why theirs might be. No, it's it does not get any easier watching that stuff and listening to those self-righteous a-holes. Okay, so here's the celebrity that blocked me because I posted this. When I posted this and called him out, this was still during the whole heat of the... When was this that I posted this? Because this interview didn't get a lot of attention at the time. When did I post this? November 11th, 2021. I'm just quoting Gene Simmons. You're evil and an enemy, according to Gene Simmons, if you want jurisdiction over your own body and refuse to be subjected to medical segregation. A lot of people forget this clip. I, however, do not. And it should have been in the Grabian clip. Great job, Grabian. Always great with the montages and the news clips that you pull. But this one needs to be in there, I think.
About your political.
I don't care about your political. Yeah, okay. Again, you got some award, right? Was it the presidential? Who gives a fuck?
Beliefs. You are not allowed to infect anybody just because you think you've got rights that are delusional, of course. You don't have the right to go through a red light. Actually, the government has the right to tell you to stop. You have to put on a seatbelt. If they tell you can't smoke in a building, you can't smoke in a building. And that's not because they want to take away your rights. It's because the rest of us hate it. We don't want to smell.
Keep in mind, he's equivocating your access to fresh air in a public building with injecting involuntarily some unknown substance into your body. I mean, the cartwheels that they turn to try to justify their tyranny.
Of your smoke. I don't want to catch your disease. I don't want to risk my life just because you want to go through a red light. This whole idea, this delusional, evil idea that you get to do whatever you want and the rest of the world be damned is really terrible. We got to identify those people and bring them out into the open so you know who they are.
Right.
You know who your friends are by how much they care about you.
Amen to that.
That includes COVID. If you're willing to walk among us unvaccinated, you are an enemy.
Cool. Whatever, man. Okay. You know what, though? I don't spend a nanosecond trying to figure out why I have a particular ailment. I don't spend a nanosecond thinking, wonder if it's the vax. F them. Government, man. Boy, they like to control things. And I thought I printed this up when I'm about to read you. Printed this up right before we went live today. When you talk about government intervention. This, bear with me. This is a few paragraphs here, but I think it's worth it. Because this is one of those government programs with, and I don't even want to say they're unintended consequences. Yeah. Cash for clunkers. Remember that? Destroyed 690,000 functional vehicles in 2009, a big Obama brainchild, creating an artificial scarcity that rippled through used car markets for over a decade. The Obama administration sold this $3 billion program as environmental salvation and economic stimulus, but any free market economist could predict the real outcome: massive wealth destruction disguised as progress. The program forced dealers to pour sodium silicate into engines, permanently destroying cars that poor families could have afforded. Politicians eliminated the bottom tier of the used car market overnight. Suddenly, a reliable $3,000 Honda Civic became a $7,000 Honda Civic, if you could find one. The supposed beneficiaries, working class Americans who needed affordable transportation, got priced out entirely. Government intervention always creates unseen victims, and cash for clunkers delivered them by the millions. Single mothers, college students, and minimum wage workers watched their mobility options vanish as used car prices soared 30% between 2009 and 2014. The environmental gains proved negligible. To most clunkers, averaged 15 to 17 miles per gallon, while replacements hit 24 to 25 miles per gallon. Destroying 500,000 cars to improve average fuel economy by 8 miles per gallon represents the kind of central planning that would give Soviet bureaucrats a hard on. Here. The wealth destruction extended beyond sticker prices. Listen to this. Higher transportation costs forced people into longer payment terms, creating a debt cycle that persists today. Cash for clunkers normalized 84-month auto loans, turning cars from depreciating assets into multi-year financial anchors. Bureaucrats congratulated themselves for moving inventory off dealer lots while condemning an entire generation to transportation poverty. Well said. Handre, Handre, wrote that. Handre. Holy crap. Yep. Oh, can I just... Sorry, I coupled this with that. It's a long story. I won't bore you with this. I just find it amusing. Had to recently transfer a title. My precious daughter wanted to sell her car. And she bought it with her own cash at the age of 16. And we just thought, you know what, let's put me, Carrie, and Zeely all on the title. Just because, I don't know, it just feels weird letting a 16-year-old have a title. It's just, I don't know. I don't even remember the justification. You know what it was? It wasn't a justification. The three of us were at the tax office, and the lady suggested it at the window. That's what it was. And we're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. And so she went to sell it in the last few weeks. And when we went to CarMax or Carvana, both of those places, they hovered around the title we brought in. They had literally, they said this, both places. And then the third place that I called, they'd never heard of 3 names on a title. And they're like, our system, I tell you, man, the computers already rule the world. You don't need me to tell you that. The system only lets us put 2 names in on a title. And besides that, we've never seen a title with 3 names on it. It was like we had brought in like this newly discovered species from the Amazon. And they were all just standing around looking at like, whoa, 3 names. So I had to go down to the tax office. We had to go down there and transfer it just to me. And then I'll handle the sale and then whatever, give Zeely the cash. You know, it was just a mess. And it was a waste of, $30 for the title transfer and a waste of time. And now you're worrying, is the vehicle going to depreciate in the 2 weeks? Is the offer that we got going to go down? Blah, 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 blah. Just unnecessary stress for a couple of weeks there. But I just thought this was so hilarious. I got 2 pieces of mail. I have one of them here. From the time I did the paperwork, before the actual title showed up, I got 2 pieces of mail addressed to me saying that my vehicle, my newly acquired vehicle, was going to be we've been trying to reach you about your warranty. Come on. In other words, the junk mail people got a hold of the information that there was a one title holder before I actually got the title in my hands. I don't know what kind of scam these governments are operating, where they're selling our information the second that they get it to these, I don't know what to call them, used car warranty freaking company. I don't know, whatever. Because the same thing happened when the police report. Before I got in a wreck, and before I even had a chance to even get to the place to have it fixed, I got something saying, "Hey, do you need an attorney?" And I'm like, how the hell? It's like our information, man, the police reports, the title information, this stuff's getting sold off like around the clock. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Sorry, let me pardon me here. My comments are messed up here. Let me just try to read here. Well said, Keith. Let me try to read. Yeah, I see your comments about the masks and the vaccine and the stupid ass at Home Depot once. He didn't like I wasn't wearing a mask. So he coughed a lot. And so I coughed back. It was so stupid. Anyway, okay. Oh yeah, I want to read this to you. This is the most, I want to preface this by saying this is the most arbitrary article about gas. Like once you read it, and I'm not even gonna, it's so dumb and it's just vague. I don't want to take this to, I don't want you to take this to heart. Just keep it in the back of your mind. And then if you experience poor gas mileage at these gas stations with these brands, you heard it here first. If you don't notice any difference, I told you it wasn't worth it. See that? It's like I'm pushing global warming, climate change, if you will. I win either way. It's extreme weather. Look how cold it is. Oh, it's so hot. See, I'm going to win either way. So either take this to heart or don't. Either way, who told you about it first? Me. These are six gas stations that what website did I get this off of? Newsbreak? I don't know, man. How is this? Sure, let's just say Newsbreak. 6 low quality gas stations. Every one of these has this addendum that says something like, it could vary by area, so maybe yours is okay. Anyway, lower quality gas. Insert your own punchline there. Never heard of ARCO, ARCO. Is that in your town? They talk about people having reduced fuel economy and rough running engines. Speedway. Speedway's cheap, man. Oh, no, that's why it's cheap. Oops. 7-Eleven? Uh-oh. ARCO, Speedway, 7-Eleven, Citgo. Oh, I wonder if it's been sitting on those Venezuela ships. That's where Citgo is, right? Exxon. Oh, no. This says in non-top tier markets. I don't know if that means just non-major metro areas. Okay. Walmart. Uh-oh. /Murphy. Walmart /Murphy USA. Is that 6? Hell, I don't know how to count. Did I get all 6? I think the 7-Eleven threw me off. Anyway, so there you go. If your gas mileage is bad or your engine starts to knock after getting gas at these places, you heard it here first. If you don't experience anything, I told you, this is the dumbest list ever. So. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention during the COVID talk there, the vaccine talk, was I read this article recently about Lucy Liu. Had a cancer diagnosis, a breast cancer diagnosis. And I didn't have a lot of details there. I just was reading and hoping, I hope I think I surmised that she went under the knife, literally. But then she found out later that it wasn't cancer. And so the point of this article, and kudos to People magazine, says, hey, you know what? Maybe get a second opinion on a big medical thing. And, oh, yeah, doctors aren't always right. Yeah, we tried to tell you that 6 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah. So I just thought it was tragic. I'm glad she's okay now. But yikes. If you and seriously, I'm just talking to you. If you ever get a serious diagnosis like this, obviously take it very seriously and do what needs to be done. But at least get a second opinion, if not a third and a fourth. And I know we're busy, and I know time does not grow on trees. But if it's something that is life-altering or something that serious, I implore you to get more information from as many sources as possible. You need to have as many brains behind you as possible. And it doesn't always have to necessarily be, Mr. Wearing the white coat with the stethoscope around his neck either. I'm not a doctor, and this isn't medical advice. This is just common sense advice. Get as many opinions as possible. Oh, sorry. When I played that montage about the vaccines, I meant to read this to you. 2 landmark studies encompassing, let me start this over. 2 landmark studies encompassing 8.7 million people found that the COVID-19 vaccines increase your risk of 7 major cancers. Okay. Breast cancer up 54% among the vaccinated. Bladder cancer up 62% among the vaccinated. Lung cancer up 53% among the vaccinated. Prostate cancer up 69% among the vaccinated. Thyroid cancer up 35% among the vaccinated. Gastric cancer up 34% among the vaccinated. Colorectal cancer up 35% among the vaccinated. Oh, but shame me into not getting the vaccine. Oh, no. Don Lemon doesn't like me. Yeah, well, I don't have bladder cancer. Knock on wood. Evil. Evil that will never be held accountable. And I can't believe there's only one clip of Dr. Fauci in that. Tip of the spear. Well, it's a two-headed spear. It's Fauci and it's Gates. And I would urge you to read The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy Jr., who apparently has a thing for raccoon penises. But look, everybody's got their thing, bro. No, seriously, that book does an equal job of explaining who Anthony Fauci and Bill Gates are. It should be The Real Anthony Fauci and The Real Bill Gates, or maybe make it 2 books. I don't know. I'm telling the HHS secretary how to live his life. Sorry. Oh, that's a whole show right there, Malin. How did that get in the Friday line? Sorry. Oh, this is fun. I love this graph. We had it on Pat Gray Unleashed over at the Blaze, my day job. I guess I should have had the tab open, but again, I'm not so organized, am I? This is the children by ideology. Conservatives are having 1.67 children. 1.67. Do we still can we ruin it? It's already been ruined, right? We need to start ruining something else for the young people. We've already taken 6-7 and destroyed it. We took their 6-7 over our knee and just smashed it. Where's that bat? Where's that bat? I want to Bo Jackson that bat right now. I'm glad it's out of reach because that would really end up hurting my thigh. Okay, so 1.67 kids for conservatives. Those are identified as conservative. And 0.87 kids for liberals. And this graph you're looking at, it starts at 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010. Is that 20? This is 2020s. But anyway, conservatives have more babies, and so liberals are just kind of, we already know that they abort more frequently, so it might be an issue that's taking care of itself. We just need to be patient, is the thing. Hey, you know what? Hang on. Sorry, bear with me. I have to do my Sudoku here before the deadline. No, since the Strait of Iran, Hormuz. Oh wait, why is the oil futures ticking back up? I don't like that. It crashed earlier today when Iran said, "Yeah, we're gonna totally open it." Yeah, in other words, they realized the U.S. Navy was in charge. So oil prices have plunged today. Right before they mentioned it, I can't get this cursor to respond properly. About $89, about $90 a barrel. That was the futures, and then it fell down into the $70, $79 range. So what did I say? 90 down to 79. Now we're at 83 futures. I would say in a few days, probably after the weekend, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully your neighborhood gas station will reflect this. Dow Jones is up 868 points today. Wow. Now, if you're watching this and it's not 4:41 p.m. Eastern on Friday, April 17th, then maybe you have some different information. I apologize. Hold on. This is the part of the show where I should have just kind of like lounge music playing. And it's the part of the show where I try to read my handwriting. See how it's written there? See all that? I got to read that now. Hang on. Oh, we've covered all this. I think we've covered it all. Look at that, huh? Why did I put the garbage can so far away from me, Dire Straits? Come on. I'm not making anything other than that first mini bottle. Let's see. Now, I want you to see these notes. Look at that, huh? Holy crap. Oh, aliens.gov. I saw a post. That's right. Somebody said that it used to be just kind of parked and it's no longer parked. I don't understand this, but somehow they were able to tell that it's not just a domain now. They're saying that there's something behind there the public can't see yet. So they're obviously doing something with aliens.gov. It just hasn't gone public yet. I don't know if that makes sense, but I saw that earlier today. The rest of this note to myself, there's not a chance in hell I'm going to be able to read anything on here. Is that a 9? Well, that was a pointless endeavor. No, I'm serious. That was a... Where did the mistrust with government start, though? I mean, we talked about the COVID era. Obviously, most of us could see through the bullshit from a million miles away, whether it was a Republican or a Democrat pushing the shot, or the masks or what have you. But, I got to thinking about this. It's like, okay, many people were on board with distrusting the government talking points long before COVID. Was it the war in Iraq, which we're going to discuss next Thursday? Was it 9/11? Was it Vietnam? Was it the moon landing? Oh, crap. That's right. Hang on. I forgot. I got to hang on. I knew I had some more tabs. Hang on. Let me go through these tabs real quick. Let me just make sure, because I hate finishing a show. And I'm not finishing a show. Just relax. I just hate when I do finish a show and I go, holy crap, I had this tab and I didn't get to it. Okay. With Artemis going around the moon and doing its space thing, right? A lot of people, at least in my feed, have been like, okay, you can stop with the fakery. I got it, and they just feel that it's part of the act. That was not. They didn't go around the moon. It's just part of the window dressing for the last 50 years, right? And they're just picking back up where they left off with the fakery. So here is, I don't know who this is. Invisidon. Okay, here we go. If I ever come, so this guy's trying to make the point that they did not go around the moon, because here's what they would be experiencing. If I ever come out after being locked in a space closet with no toilet, looking this good after 10 days of going number 1 and number 2 in my pants, locked in with 3 friends surrounded by their farts and them going 1 and 2 in their pants with constant diaper stench, all while trying to float sleep and bumping into their loaded diaper with my loaded diaper at night, no running water, weird dehydrated food, then going 30,000 miles per hour in a fireball, I'd expect you'd know I'm lying. They're saying they're too happy for what they've been through up there for 10 days in the little tight space with a floating poo and whatnot. I was surprised how many people didn't believe this. Now, I have said in no uncertain terms, I am willing to have a conversation about the moon landing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't doubt the Artemis thing at all. Am I naive? And that's an honest question. That's not. I'm asking. Am I naive to think that Artemis is 100% real? But I've been surprised to see how many people are suggesting that that's part of the fakery too. And that's where this is where I should open up the audio space. But now I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, sorry. Let's see. Hold on a second. Born Genius. Yeah. No, we pretty much covered it all. my chicken scratch thing. Yeah, we pretty much covered it all. I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, pretty much did it all. But I wanted to play. There's a clip. Okay, so a lot of people put clips out there that say, hey, look at this, look what Buzz Aldrin's saying about we didn't go to the moon, all this stuff. And a lot of these you can explain when you get the full context. So this is Conan O'Brien. What year is this? I'm just trying to find it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So Buzz is on with Conan O'Brien. And I play this particular clip, not to go, see, look, he even knows that we didn't go to the moon. He's admitting it. I have a question. And I just have a question. I want to play the clip, and then I want to ask a question. And it's a sincere question that I don't know the answer to. And because so many times we get these we didn't go to the moon clips that can be explained when given proper context. This one I have a question about that I just haven't, I guess, taken enough time to find the answer. And I know you guys are smart. So here.
Let's talk about this because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with.
I have very hazy memories.
I know.
Well, no, but what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio and listened.
Talking about how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said contact light, engine stop.
It was
a few
exciting.
other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah. This was. Let's talk.
Okay. Let me just play the first 10 seconds, and then I'll ask my question.
Talk about this because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly. I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
Okay. He didn't say we didn't land on the moon. He said that's not what you saw. So my only question is, what have I missed over the years? What animation? What is he referring to? Again, this is a separate issue of landing on the moon. This is let's just say, the way I understand what he's saying. Sure, we landed on the moon. You heard the radio transmissions, but the pictures you saw weren't real. Does anybody? I'm sincerely asking. Do you guys have more information on this? Like, what could he possibly be referring to? There's no cameras. He said there's no cameras, and a lot of what he has said in these montages that are tightly edited can be explained away. Can in their full context go, okay, I get it now. Okay, but he says so many of these things. It feels like if we didn't land on the moon. Don't hear what I'm not saying. If we didn't land on the moon, it just feels like he's just, I don't know, is he releasing this stuff from his soul over the later years in life? That's the argument for those who say, see, we didn't land on the moon, and Buzz is admitting it as best he can. All I'm asking is, what animation is he talking about? What do I not understand? There's a lot that I don't understand. I mean, I understood that the vax was complete bullshit and poison, but what am I not understanding when he says, no, you didn't. No, you thought you did, but you saw animation. We didn't have cameras. I just, somebody enlighten me, please, because I see that clip. That clip bothers me more than the other ones that people point to, like the little girl stuff. And when he's talking, he's like, That's why I ask, because we didn't, Go find the montages. They're out there if you want to. But I'm hung up on the whole animation line. Like, okay, so let's just say we did go to the moon. Buzz Aldrin says you heard the radio transmissions, but you didn't see us on the moon. You saw animation. What? I just don't understand. So I'm reading you, Born Genius. I think it's some stuff was difficult to show on TV. So while they went to the moon, we didn't see the actual footage. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at you. Look at you. See, Born Genius is like the chief helper. And I appreciate everything she does with the putting the book titles up there. And I didn't check. Did you put the book titles that I read earlier? Anyway, I'm just looking here. Hang on. That's a good point on the astronauts returning. If you went through all that and made it back to Earthland, you'd be happy. I still think that idea that people were pushing out there of have the Navy diver roll up to the capsule in the Planet of the Apes outfit would have been freaking hilarious. Just like, hey, welcome to Earth. Things have changed a bit since you left. Wait a minute. You know what? Hold on a second, Jeffy apologist. I think about this a lot, actually. This vaccine shedding thing, because I haven't heard that phrase in like 3 years now. Oh, we got to start ruining Clock It. Yes. That's the next thing that Gen Xers are going to ruin. Clock It. Does it feel weird that us Gen Xers now are considered like the olds? I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like getting old. As he reaches for the story with the headline, 7 early warning signs, psychiatrist says, could mean dementia is starting earlier than you think. Let's end on a fun note. No, hang on a second. Let's see what other tabs I have here. Hang on. Do I have anything fun? Come on, Keith, have something fun. Just checking the tabs. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I got a couple tabs here. All right. No, hang on. I got three tabs here. You want me to hold on to the dementia story? I'll hold on to the dementia story. I'll save that for when Brad's back. Okay, so on Pat Gray Unleashed, we talked about this. I don't know if it was overtime in the regular show, but let me hang on a second. Hang on. I got 3 tabs. I'll get to them all. I just can't figure out which order to put them in. Let me show you this. This is video of Wright Patterson. If you saw the 2 Roswell shows, you know that a lot of that material ended up there. And how interesting that some of the wild technological advances that we experienced as a society originated with companies that were right around the corner from Wright Patterson in Ohio after the UFO debris, the crash debris from Roswell was taken there. Coincidence. Anyway, apparently, this was just the other day, a triangle formation of UFOs allegedly seen above Wright Patterson the other night. I don't need the music to tell me how to feel. Dear Lord. So there it is. And people are saying that this is the Air Force. But whoa, what's going on there? Whoa, hang on a second. No, come on now. What is this? What is this? I'm seriously. Okay, they're all fit. What? Hold on. You guys can genuinely tell when I haven't watched the whole video before I played it, right? Because again, I don't prep. Okay, so that's interesting. Well, people are trying to say that this is above the Air Force Base where so-and-so, General McCaslin is used to be a part of the UFO stuff there. He's the guy who's missing from New Mexico. The general, I don't know. I have no information other than just I wanted to play that for you and tell you the latest. And you've got the lady who died who said she feared for her life and then was found dead of a gunshot wound at age 34 a few years ago there. And they're now looking at her because she had information. Apparently, she was connected to some alien information, UFO information. Are we ever gonna know the truth? Hell no. Oh, don't forget though, aliens.gov now has stuff. I guess behind the domain. 3 olives. Okay. 2 more things for. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I'm so proud of my mom. She just moved in with us. If you've been following along here, we were going through like medicine and stuff. And this, by the way, this is a lie. It just, I didn't want to say I'm a few weeks away from being fit. I didn't have enough characters left. I'm still 49. Okay. I'm about to be 50, like any day now. But so I was just doing the math there. So in December 1991, she lived in Atlanta, Georgia. She then moved a short time later to Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and then moved to Phoenix, Arizona, St. George, Utah, Dallas, Texas. So it's traveled over 4,000 miles, this Caladril bottle that expired in December of 91. So she actually bought this. Well, hell, she would have bought this back when the Braves really sucked, before they were good in October of 91. I digress. Sorry. I mark things in time with Atlanta sports history. So my point is, it expired before Bill Clinton ran for president, before the EU formed, apartheid, before it ended in South Africa, or you had ever sent an email. I'm both proud and horrified. Look at the response. Good grief. Like, who retweeted this? 806. This beats my Dan Crenshaw punching a wall. You mad, bro? When he had the bloody knuckle, when he was mad that McCarthy wasn't just getting a rubber stamp for the speakership. I don't remember how many that was, but it was more than this. Good grief. Thank you all. But anyway, I just wonder, if you haven't commented under here, I would love to know, like, because some of you actually had stuff that was older than this. So fun. Holy crap, Mom. 26, 36, 35 years. 35 years she'd been hauling around that bottle. I don't know if I'm proud or horrified. I'm both. But, and a lot of you are asking, I don't even remember. Like, I picked it up. I think it was still liquidy, actually. But I don't remember it it didn't feel empty. I don't remember going, oh, why are you carrying around this empty bottle? But you guys were asking, hey, I had already thrown it out. I'm sorry. I know. I'm pissed too. That thing should have been at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in New Orleans. Ugh. God. I mean, I saved so much crap, and I didn't save that. That should have been sitting back here, right next to Silent Cow. I hate me now. More so, I should say. Oh. Opportunity lost. I could have sold that thing on eBay. Somebody would have my great-grandmother, Nana's mom, Nanny, as she would have said, somebody would have paid a purdy for that, which is short for somebody would have paid a purdy penny for that, would have given a purdy penny for that. Okay, last thing here. We talked about this on Pack Ray Unleashed. I just mentioned my day job over at the Blaze. Is this amazing or is this a mess? There's conflicting opinions here, and I just want to get your take in the chat here. This is from a week ago. This is the Baltimore Orioles game. A guy whistles the national anthem.
Four-time whistling champion and member of the Whistling Hall of Fame,
Whistling Hall
Chris Ullman, who will now honor our nation with his
Are you
rendition
impressed or
of our
horrified?
Star-Spangled Banner.
Are you proud or horrified, like my mom at the Caladril? Time out. Are we saluting the flag when it's the national anthem being whistled? Just asking for a friend. Does that change the dynamic here? That does. Whew. Time out. Just give me. You know when you're singing a song, maybe it's an NXS song, one of those hits we talked about, and you're torn. Do I sing the lead? Do I sing the background? Maybe you end up singing both. I feel like that's what happened here. Like, are you a singer or are you an instrument, sir? Is that a pity clap or are they sincerely impressed? Let me point out one thing here. I appreciate seeing young people standing up with their hand over their heart. I mean, I appreciate that a lot, actually. I'm being sincere. Now, do we need the national anthem, though, before every sporting event? I mean, I love America, but I mean, is that, I don't know. It's a World War II relic, right? That we've just held on to. Somebody look that up for me. I sure as hell am not going to do that. Let me see your comments real quick. Hang on before we go. Have the dog start how? Oh, look at that! The dog. 2 shows without a bark. They've made it, and we're gonna call this a W. If I can find my dry erase marker. There we go. 2 shows. Tanner and Matilda. You know, though, they're teaching Winnie. She wants to be just like them. And that's rapidly becoming a loud problem in the old household. Come on now. Stop it. Stop with the barking over nothing. There we go. 2 shows without a dog bark. All right, we'll be back here Wednesday. Well, no, Tuesday, I guess. I mean, not really. Tuesday at atmshow.com. You'll get the throwback episode with Stuber Gear's producer, Adam Ford, who's been with him for a long time now, producing his stuff over at The Blaze. And then Wednesday, we'll be here for... I do have something recorded. I will let you know this right now. I don't know how Wednesday is going to play out in my world. I do have something, and it's not a throwaway thing. It's a fun little short Wednesday wildcard episode. I'm just holding in case I need it. And I don't want you to feel like, you're not getting some good content. It's really good. I just don't know when I'm going to use that. So that'll be Wednesday. Again, I don't know exactly what we're going to do on Wednesday. I'm going to try to get a guest, actually. Thursday, Scott Horton, talking about the lies that got us into Iraq and even Afghanistan. Sadly. Just tune in. It's going to be enlightening. And then Friday, we'll see who's here. It could be Brad. Along with the ladies, I don't know. It could be. We could get Kelly. I don't know. She's got 4 jobs right now, and I don't even pay her for this one, the 5th one. She just does that out of the goodness of her heart. And then maybe Rebecca. No, wait. Is Rebecca traveling? I don't know. I really don't know. So we'll just find out together. How about that? But a lot of good deep dives on the docket scheduled over there on the calendar that I can't see. I should probably move it here instead of being an idiot. You know me. I'll always be an idiot. Thanks for hanging out here. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Be safe. I hope the weather is good where you are, and I hope that you get a lot accomplished and you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for hanging out as always. I appreciate you so much. atmshow.com. Share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. Write it, etch it into the bathroom stall wall for all I care. atmshow.com.